Now that it's already been a few days since Relooted initially released, we are seeing the damage control articles release. Kotaku attacking gamers, saying Relooted is a big black middle finger to history controlled by white people. PC Gamer saying it's a fine heist game, but a better history lesson, even though virtually nobody is playing this. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, even before this game had released, the media was already trying their best to hype up its release. We know that IGN had made a post that got over 600,000 views on X, and well, it didn't bring anybody in to the game. It didn't get them to be interested in it and wishlist it or even follow this development team's title. And now that it's released and it's virtually got no players, the all-time peak 3 days ago was 57. It looks like the media is now trying to hype it up and damage control and try to get some more people in game, which makes no sense to me because there's no possible way that you guys are going to sell copies of this game. And this is a prime example of the access media being a joke and not being respected anymore, because you would think that when every major outlet's releasing articles, you'd get a couple hundred people in game, but that clearly didn't happen. So this is Kotaku's article saying Relooted is a big black middle finger to history controlled by white people. Now, this game is an E for everyone experience, so they want kids to play this. They want this to be played in schools. They were like hoping it was going to be used as edutainment, where it's educational entertainment, and even people that might be interested in learning a thing or two are not playing this. But what is even worse is that they tried their best to present this as like historically accurate, the same way Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but they leave out crucial pieces of information and background on some of these different groups, some of these different relics, and it's just not a good look. Even Savvy had made a post about this game saying Relooted goes out of its way to avoid mention of slavery. I am about halfway through the game. Only about 12% of people on Steam have made it to chapter 3. It's tutorial the game, tutorial. It really is terrible. But yeah, they do try to rewrite history, leave out crucial pieces of information for people, and really, they just want to paint white people as being evil and black people as being victims. It's not surprising, but you would expect them to do a little bit better if they want to be viewed as like respectful historians. They don't mention that King Gezo took the throne from his brother by force after being gassed up by Francisco Felix de Souza, a slave trader. Oh, no mention of slavery at all throughout this experience from what I've played, and it is pretty bad. BBC News Africa had actually done a piece on this. They're not getting ratioed, but if you start counting up the amount of likes on each post, I mean, it far outweighs the likes that BBC News has gotten, which is just really fucking hilarious to see. Raising awareness among the 57 peak players who played it. Oh wow, 57 people. That's world changing. And you people wonder why nobody trusts legacy media anymore. I don't see anywhere in your article about how they are fabricating history in the game that's supposed to represent it. I've always wanted to play an African futurist game where Africans rob white people, but with the James Bond gadgets. Yeah, I don't really think they were thinking much about the fact that they were having Africans rob people and get away with it. That's just really funny to me that they had gone so woke they went racist. Kotaku, though, is saying, I did not expect that playing Relooted would hurt so much. It is a game that offers me a chance to return African artifacts to their home countries from the culturally genocidal institutions that stole them. Oh yeah, guys, it hurts so much because this person has PTSD flashbacks at the time they were a slave, huh? It can be intense, it can be emotional, but for it to hurt, that's a pretty strong word. In a word, very much my shit. But instead of fist pumps and fuck yeahs, playing Relooted left me with bittersweet resignation tinged with overwhelming rage. They go on to talk about what Relooted is, how they first heard about this experience, and they say that it is a big black middle finger to the lingering violence of colonialism. Panicked by blaring alarms or a mistimed jump, I'd be forced to plan a new escape route on the fly that felt incredible, like I was the Black Danny Ocean. With so many ways a heist could go, Relooted demands multiple playthroughs, which is easily achievable since it only took me 17 hours to complete. I don't even want to finish this game once, never mind finish it multiple freaking times here. I'm glad that somebody enjoyed it, but the major issue at this point is that while the gameplay I actually think is pretty decent, I think that it runs smoothly, I think that a lot of the systems were thought out. The issue is that they are presenting the information as fact and historically accurate, like with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but it's nowhere close to that. You can't just withhold crucial pieces of information and then say, yeah, guys, this is the truth. These developers just wanted to make some sort of like Black Lara Croft or Black Indiana Jones, and it's just not that special. It's just not that unique, and it's just not good enough. Here we also have PC Gamer saying it is a fine heist game, but it's a better history lesson. Yeah, because they are, again, not presenting you with all of the facts, and it really is just presenting Black people as being victims. And I'm not saying Black people have never been victimized. I'm not saying, oh, there's never been an African American or just an African in general who has gone through injustice in the world. But, I mean, in this game, every single instance is, wow, Black people have always been victims and they always will be. And even the developers are playing victim because Ben Mearns, the CEO and creative director of the Relooted studio, is saying that part of the issue, though, is that if you use your moderation powers on the Steam forums too much as a dev, there is a cottage industry of YouTubers who make videos about your forums, and then that drives more bad faith actors there. Aw, man, it's such a shame we can't censor people, is basically what he's saying. He says, went through this when we announced, just it became a feedback loop of never-ending new accounts dropping in, basically impossible to moderate the volume that occurs when that happens. So this game, this studio, this team has a victimhood mentality written all over, and there's a reason why the Kotakus, the PC Gamers, the BBC News, the IGNs are getting wrecked over their take on Relooted, because they are just so out of touch with what gamers actually want that they're sitting here shilling and we're sitting here pointing and laughing. African Crime Simulator, LMAO, congrats on making an entire game around a stereotype. It gives me no end of satisfaction that this game is a hilarious failure. It launched like yesterday and has 4 freaking players. This isn't a game, it's an interactive digital lecture, which is why it failed so miserably. Why won't museums just return the things they stole / looted from people / cultures? Or is this question too much to ask and they got ratioed? Damn, y'all got a BBC article and still couldn't get more than 35 people playing it, which is pretty freaking funny. I mean, look at how pathetic these numbers are. Kotaku's account has 2.4 million followers. Their post on Relooted got 8 likes, 12 comments, and 7,427 views. That is abysmal. All 57 peak players are loving it, I'm sure. So, how do we turn this crime of a review into justice? Clown faces, laughing faces. It truly is so hilarious to see this happen. So, yeah, things are not looking good for the Relooted team. I am going to be finishing this game on live stream because I do hate myself. So, if you're curious about any gameplay or want to hear my opinions and ask questions while I am live, stop by my live stream tomorrow on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. But for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.